Hello and welcome, my name is XLK and today we're taking a look at Quest Rogue. Quest Rogue is all about playing your SI7 cards in order to progress the quest Find the Imposter. When you complete the quest, you get rewarded with Spymaster Scabs. He will give you one of each spare parts. Use the Noggenfog generator to buff and stealth him and then close out the game on the next turn. For your mulligan, you always keep the quest Find the Imposter. Then you go for SI7 Skulker, Agent, Operative and Smuggler. You can also keep an Extortion to deal with early must-kill targets to both have a little removal and to progress the quest. The game plan is pretty simple. Play as many SI7 cards as fast as you can to gain your quest rewards, but there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Shadow Step is one of the most important cards in the deck. You can use it to speed through your quest by stepping cheap minions like a SI7 Skulker in the early game. There are also very powerful minions that you can step in the late game, like SI7 Assassin for clearing big minions, but also the new SI7 Smuggler to fill up the board with huge minions for very cheap. This also applies for Tenwu of the Red Smoke. As you complete the quest throughout the game, you will gain 2 random spare parts before you get your scabs. They're all 1 costs, so you can use them to curve out or as combo activators for your Swindle, SI7 Agents and SI7 Assassins. When you complete the quest, you get Spymaster Scabs and 1 of each spare part. I like to play him on turn 7. The most important spare parts to use right away are usually Noggenfog Generator to stealth him, and then Spyomatic to make sure that your opponent won't draw an answer to your scabs. And on the next turn, you can drop your Battlegrounds Battlemaster to gain Wind Fury, and then equip a Hidden Gyroblade to hit your opponent for 21 damage. If your opponent has a big taunt, you can send it back to their hand with a Fizzle Flash Distractor. Keep in mind that you can also use your Noggenfog Generator to stealth your opponent's taunt to pass right through it for lethal. You do run a lot of cards to control the board, so it's not super common to do this, but it's a nifty trick to have in the back pocket. And remember that even if your opponent clears your scabs, the game is far from over. You can pair your Informant with the remaining spare parts to push even more damage than scabs would in the late game. And that's it for Quest Rogue. Play your SI7 cards, fight for board, complete the quest, and end the game with a huge scabs and a Battlegrounds Battlemaster. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that there are a bunch of different Quest Rogue lists out there. The one I'm playing right now is from Aegis Replay. You can basically use any of the other versions to crush it on ladder, and all the tips in this video will apply. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. I just hit a pretty early legend and I hope you guys are having as much success on the ladder as I've had. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, enjoy the games. Hello and welcome, my name is XLK and today we're playing some Quest Rogue, one of my favorites. I do think that there are a lot of misconceptions about Quest Rogue. Like if you don't get the Skulker in the early game, you can't win. However, you do have a lot of things to kind of come back and to kind of spiral out of control in the late game. Shadow Step is like the glue that holds this deck together. You can use it to really speed through your quest, but you also have Informants and you have Smugglers for the late game if you wanna like power spike really hard. However, we don't want any of these. We want to find that Skulker, even though we got a step. I don't recommend keeping the step in the beginning. It's alright, but you definitely want to find, you know, agents, stuff like that. Okay. This is probably going to be Quest, which is a difficult one, since we are so good at removing stuff and gaining tempo, and he is good at just removing stuff and getting a big dragon. So I do think we have to struggle a little bit here, but I think that we can get the win if we want to. Alright, I think we're just gonna coin the agent here and hope to get something better. What we can do next turn is we could go Blackwater Cutlass and Swindle just to draw, just find a minion. Or we could just start trading these. However, I do like to use that Swindle first. We have to keep a lot of things in mind. Okay, this curves out perfectly. We just play the Skulker and we get a spare part. We want to keep our minions above 2 health because we don't want to get Rancored. I mean, we give him a pretty good Rancor here, but it's so early that he might not have it. And I don't think you keep a Rancor against a Rogue because he probably... Oh. What's best here? Bladestorm? He can just Bladestorm all my stuff next turn. Should we give him a Frozen Buckler? He can just Shield Shatter it. It feels like whatever we pick, it's gonna be rough. But let's give him the armor. Let's give him the armor. I mean, this board isn't super precious. Bladestorms and stuff are pretty difficult when it comes to scabs. You have to really think about it a lot. Because you don't want to leave scabs alone on the board. We take that free passage. We could start trading here. but I do think it's better. We have another passage and we get, you know, an opportunity to get some better things. And we want to find a scabs would be good. We didn't get it. We can't really curve out. I do think that the smuggler might be the play here. I mean, this is going to be a 5/5. At least that's something, and it progresses our quest. So let's just go for the most expensive option, since I can't play two of anything. And we kind of keep these for the late game, or we keep this one for the late game. And then we punch. A 5/5 is pretty big. We know that, like, he probably doesn't have the buckler because we threw it away with the Spiomatic. He could, of course, go Blade Storm and then trade the weapon. That's the Rancor. Or he could just kind of weapon this, but he doesn't have a lot of armor, but we did give him the frozen whatever. I mean, warrior is pretty rough, right? Okay, we want to start trading, I think, or we go on a passage again. We could go Cutlass into a Swindle. I kind of like that. And then if we have to, we're gonna trade the Cutlass. Okay, we have to trade the Cutlass. Pretty slow turn. However, we have another free passage, which is kind of nice. Next turn we could go Agent together with Fraud. We just want to complete the quest kind of as quickly as possible. And he went for the armor. That's interesting to me. So, do we just go for a big board here? I think that's fine. Play the Agent first. And then we go Smuggler. He's gonna lose all of his armor, so I'm not taking the punch. Question is now... Oh, that sucks. Do we just step this right away? I think we do. We want to keep this. Because I wanna be able to just kind of get a bunch of minions. Hopefully we find another step. This, we are about to enter his Kazakusan turn, which is kind of scary. Hopefully he doesn't have another Rancor. And I kind of just played this. I know that it didn't do anything against his armor. But we just wanted to get the quest tick. Okay. What I think I want to do here... We could play Scabs. Scabs and stealth him right away. Krastinov. I mean, he could brawl it. That's the dangerous part about having a Scabs and nothing else. And then we just want to stealth him. And yeah, I do think we just take the shot there. Deal 2 damage. He wants to kill the 1/3, but I mean, brawl is scary. Especially if this is the one that sticks. If we see a Kazakusan, it's actually pretty good for us, I think. Because that gives us 1 turn to find a Battlegrounds Battlemaster to close out the game. But I do think we're gonna see a Blade Storm. Yeah. A Provoke. So he doesn't have Raid Boss Onyxia yet. That's a step though. Do we throw out the Spiomatic here? Maybe. We're definitely playing Secret Passage. I kind of wanna get a Gyro Blade out. And do I want to play a Spiomatic? I think so. Because we are looking for like informants and stuff. We can give him another Outrider's Axe. It's an assassin, it's not super good. Let's think about it. We can do everything. We want to start off by trading. It gives us another card in the hand. We go Skulker. We go Assassin just because it's a big boy. And we also kind of shed cards from our deck, which is pretty good. And now we know that he's gonna draw the weapon. And this is what it is like against Warrior. You have to just push, push, push and hope for the best. We do have a lot of damage though. This is gonna turn into 6s in 2 turns, but the question is, do we have 2 turns? Like, how much armor can he gain and how much can we push? This is a lot of damage as well. We're going to trade the Cutlass soon. But we are really looking for a Battlegrounds Battlemaster. We have another Smuggler, we have another Step, we have another Informant. But that's about it, right? I think he just wants to clear until he gets Kazaku-san. I don't think he ever tempos Kazaku-san against our board. Unless we are putting off... Like, unless we are threatening him enough, right? So I think he wants to trade off the 3-2. We could actually step the Spyomatic as well to make sure that yeah, okay, so he traded it. If he didn't, then we could have stepped the Spyomatic to make sure that he gets screwed over one more time. But I do think that this is a full clear. Be persistent, push, and we can do it. We didn't want to see that Foxy Fraud. How much damage do we have? We have 8, 9, 10, 11. It's almost there. We trade this. We trade this. We trade this. Play Fraud and Swindle. Scabs. We just kind of vomit out our hand here. Rancor is a scary one, but unless we play... So I want to equip my other Gyro Blade, that's the thing, that's why I might not go Scabs. Or I could trade. I think we want to go Scabs here. It doesn't really matter since we're just gonna play the other Gyro Blade on a mole. This will allow him to draw. But it doesn't matter because he can draw with this anyways, if he attacks it, right? Mole. Oh yeah, we have enough to trade. Actually, I should have traded first. Okay. This will become a big boy. How much damage do we have now? 3. It would be enough unless I wasn't sure that he would gain like 1 billion armor. Man. Warriors. Oh! But I think maybe he can't gain 1 billion armor. We just get it. Oof. Oh, we got a Frozen Buckler. Is this it? Did we manage to do the impossible? I think we did. Ah, that's a smoked warrior. Feels good. I mean, I'm usually so impatient when it comes to warriors, so it just feels good to get that W, and that's why I like the wicked stabs. Okay, there it is. Have you guys played a druid today? I think everybody's playing it. I've seen a lot of taunt druids and I've seen a lot of beast druids, and of course Kazaku-san. Highly illegal deck, but it's a lot of fun to play. I actually used the taunt to hit legend. By the way, we just threw our stuff in the mulligan. We are kind of looking for answers to... I like to mulligan for taunt. So I like to find stuff like SI7 Agent and maybe even an Extortion just to deal with a Trog in the early game. So this is Kazaku-san. This is good for us because we just want to beat him up. So what I think we're gonna do here, just looking at our hands, we have some possibilities. We could just drop the Skulker, which is really good. We're gonna get a discounted card the next turn. After, we could actually just pop off with the Tenwu. We just want to get on board and we want to punch him as hard as we can. So we go Skulker, get some quest progression. Next turn I think we're gonna Tenwu. There is a slight chance that we get like an agent or an operative. If we get an agent, we can equip the Cutlass and activate the agent because he's gonna be a 2 cost, and we just want to deal as much damage as quickly as possible. Like, we want to have him at a point that when he plays Scale of Onyxia, we can just kind of just finish him. Okay, this is pretty good. We're gonna play the Skulker, we're gonna get a spare part, hopefully not the Gyro Blade, and then we're gonna equip the Cutlass and punch. Oh, we got the worst one. We can send something back. Could go Tenwu, but that's not really gonna do anything. We could also trade the Cutlass. I think since it's a druid, we just want to deal a bunch of damage to him. So I'm actually gonna play the Cutlass. I mean, the next card that we draw would have been discounted by 1. I feel like doing both are kind of okay. But as I said, it's a druid. I just want to punch him. They're very punchable. And now we can attack, we can go Tenwu, and then we can get another quest ping. Extortion doesn't do anything, which it's kind of a bummer. So we could also just drop the Informant. The thing about Tenwu here is that we can get, we're gonna get another discount. So when we trade this, we're gonna get something discounted. If that's a spell, I think, no, it doesn't matter if it's a spell, but okay, so I actually want to go Tenwu instead of the Informant because I'm gonna power up the Informant a little bit. And then we catch it in stealth and play it right away. Look, no hands. And now we get to trade. And we get a discount. So it's kind of a slow turn, but I think it's alright. Next turn we can play the Informant, which will be a bit meaty. It's gonna be a big one. And we get to gain a spare part. And the Tenwu is pretty big if we wanna punch him. So scale here is kind of dangerous. We don't wanna see a scale. So what I would love to pick up here is either the Gyro Blade when I complete the quest, or I want to get something like an agent, or I want to get oh, this is probably Beast. Huh, interesting. I mean, unless it's something really funky, this is probably gonna be Beast. But yeah, agent would be nice. A secret passage would be kind of nice. Smuggler is really nice. We can send one back to the hand and burn his next card. So I want to do that. So whatever he draws, he's gonna burn. So let's go for... I know this won't activate anything, but it's kind of a big board. So unless he has a scale, which I don't think he has, we're gonna be good. See which spare part we get before we play the Foxy Fraud. Oh my god, this is so cool. Okay, so we want to send this back to the hand. And then we want to target a burn for him. See, we want him to burn a Celestial Alignment. And do I ever care about this trade? I think I want to punch him in the face. So it's an alignment. Oh! Look at that. Kind of cool. Of course, we wanted him to burn Malygos as well. You know, if we could burn an Anacondra, that would be the dream. But I mean, now it's gonna be harder for him to get an alignment. What is this, like, Beast alignment? I should have taken the trade. But I don't know what I'm looking at, that's the thing. Now we want to find a passage. I think we did a pretty slick play. But we're still a little behind. You know, look at his hand. This man has huge hands. I mean, obviously wants to trade the 2-5, right? I mean, you want to kill the smuggler, of course. Ah, there it is. It's a good play. I mean, we did a pretty cool play. But is it going to carry? It's the question. Interesting. Alright, give me a passage. It's not enough. Wow. This is rough. We don't want to play the fraud here. I mean, we trade it like this so we can knife again and play the operative. So what we really want to find here is an agent. Agent would be good because that would allow us to kind of almost play scabs. But I mean, this discount won't really do anything, but it's a good combo activator. So I wonder if he's going all the way to 10. Kennels? Yeah, this is weird. This is a weird beastie kind of druid. I mean, is he not killing this? Bloom, yeah, he has to, right? Has to be away. Hopefully he won't draw a... Does he draw with this? Not another one, right? Okay. Scabs. Just go scabs. We'll play this. We can play our scabs, right? For 2. Kinda like that. We want to place it right here. And let's see, how do we want to do this? What do we want to do? The gyro blade is pretty good. Ah, there it is, kind of anticlimactic win. But man, that was a good game. That was a slick burn. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. Peace.